If we look at the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, it was negotiated in the early 1990s, signed at the Rio Earth Summit in 1992. So it's got a 20-odd year history. With the second intergovernmental panel assessment report, it became very clear that the problem was real and it was human-induced. And that created a global pressure to do more to address climate change other than just a framework convention. And the Kyoto Protocol was the result of those negotiations. The problem with the protocol was that of all the developed countries, the assumption was that they would all sign up. A group of emerging economies has begun to shift the global power relations. With that surge in economic growth from those emerging economies, there's been a surge in the growth of greenhouse gas emissions into the atmosphere, and so there's been a surge in the global warming and its related climate change effects. Climate change impacts everyone, whether you're developed or developing. It impacts the poor most, those that have contributed to the least feel the impacts the most, and those that contributed the least have the least capacity to cope with the impacts of that climate change. Future emissions of greenhouse gases will be mostly the responsibility of emerging economies. So how do we create a set of rules under the convention which is comparable to the set of rules under the Kyoto Protocol? The fundamental problem that developed countries have is that if they reach an agreement on adaptation, that agreement needs to be structured in a way that it doesn't raise liability. So that's the approach that we've taken through that. That's it. Thank you very much.